What's up everybody, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I wasn't going to vlog this weekend just because sometimes I feel like just keeping the weekends open and not having to worry about picking up the camera and recording anything. But today I decided why not, because this weekend I dedicated to a lot of yard work and fix up the lawn because we've been in the house for just over a year now and we really haven't done anything to the lawn except fix up a flower bed. But we're planting a new tree and just doing some little landscaping things to make the yard a little nicer and just make our home look a little bit better. So let me show you what I did yesterday. This flower bed was actually much smaller. Probably went to about this mum here and just about maybe where that bush is that I planted to the driveway. So I extended it out and I rounded it off because it was a square, and we planted two of these bush. I don't really know what these plants are. We planted two of those, planted that bush, planted this one here. It's supposed to rain today. Hopefully it does, otherwise I gotta water them again. And these two bushes were already here. Now I put in some new mulch. I like just red mulch, so I put in some more. And today I'm going to actually work on the edge around it. Just get a nice defined edge so that way the grass can't hop over and grow onto my mulch. Doing the same thing here. Took out most of the mulch here. I'm going to round off, can't really see, it's dark now. There we go. I'm going to round off this tree bed here. Put some mulch down there. Same thing, put a nice defined edge on it. And there was a tree here that we bought the house. It was here, but it was dead, and it was just another young tree like that one. That one obviously took. This one did not. So I'm going to be planting a new tree, which is hidden over there. You kind of see over that bush. If you look, it fell over. We're going to actually plant it here today and do the same thing. Round off this, put some new mulch in, and just get some yard work done. Make this place nice. Have my little helper. Say hi, helper. So I don't know what your all's soil is like, but one thing I saw on YouTube, and I did do a lot of research, it's kind of one of the weird things about me, is that whenever I'm about to do a task I'm not familiar with, I'll study up on it. So I watched, when I say study, I really mean just watch YouTube videos, but one thing I saw, there's a gentleman called How To Doc on YouTube, and he lives somewhere in Georgia, I don't know, but he has a very, Georgia and Tennessee share a lot of similarities, especially in the northern Georgia. It's very clay soil. So like, here's some soil. It may look like normal soil, but it's very, like that's clay right there. And shale, and actually that just might be a rock. But like that's a clump of clay. And so it's hard for trees to really root. And I think that's what happened to the tree that was here, is it just didn't root because they dug it too deep. So one thing I saw that he was talking about is whenever you get like a tree at Lowe's or something that's in like a pot, pre-potted, to like break up all the roots from the bundle it's in, try to spread them out real deep, or just spread them out and it's like flat so they don't dig straight into the ground, because it's hard for them to do that. But if you stay spread out, they have a better chance to penetrate through the soil and whatnot. So that's what I did here. I don't know if you can really see it, but I separate a lot of the roots. You see all these exposed roots. Here's the potting soil that grew in, so I'll save some of that, but dig some of that out. And my wife's actually going to get a stake so I can stake this into the ground so it stays. Hopefully this tree works. I'd like it to, and hopefully this helps it. But like this one right here, this is a big one. This is going to be a big root. So I'm going to make sure like that's out when I plant it sideways. But that's what I saw on YouTube, and so it has to be true. It's one of those days where I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done. Had to send Sarah out to the store and get a couple things, and it's going to storm at some point. But didn't have any stakes. Not eating steaks. I need a stake to stick it in the ground. I'm sure I tied this a little bit too tight. I may come back out and loosen that later. So I staked it all the way through, and now I gotta get some of this soil back around it. But the goal is to like slope it down to like, so some of this is sticking out, but like fill this up to here, so that way it's more of a mound versus like flat up to this. I want it to come to about here, down to about there. I'm gonna have to maybe level this out a little bit, but it also helps funnel a little bit more water to the roots, I'm hoping. But also gotta get these roots out like this, so that way when I am planting, or when I'm putting soil back on top of this, it actually gets to the roots, and the roots can actually grow out instead of, like, here's a big root right there, a big clump. Pull it out like that. So hopefully when these roots start to grab, they grab into the ground around it versus just digging down like when they were in the pot. So like that's a big chunk right there. Get that root out like that. Not so much over here. Now these roots, I've already dug out a little bit. Let's just get these roots out like that. So that way they spread out into the ground versus straight down where they can't get any nutrients or anything like that. But now I got to tackle the backyard because it is overgrown and I want to spray it for mosquitoes. So you do that. So one thing, through all my research online about, lawn maintenance and planting things and all that kind of good stuff, there's a guy, Ryan Knorr, who has something called, I think it's either lawn goals or yard goals or something. I'll find it and post it somewhere. I was like, well, that's not a bad idea because I do have some I'd like to do. Biggest thing is, it's really not a lawn, but it's part of my house, is my fence. As you can see, it's starting to sag there. It's from a couple homeowners ago, just didn't plant or didn't put the stakes in enough and they're starting to bow that way. I also want to talk to a property assessor because there's a creek down there, and even though it's kind of steep, if I can own this, if this is my property and it's just, they didn't feel like clearing it or whatever that's building the house, I'd like to clear it a little bit, maybe put a deck down there going to the creek. But I'd like to do that. Also, there's a hole over there in the fence. I don't know if you can see it. There's a hole right there the dogs like to go through. Whenever the neighbor's dog comes out and they have to bark. The fence is also bowing over there. So I'd like to replace the fence with a more straight fence. So I don't like this whole swooshing motion. And I want thicker fencing. I don't like these thin ones. I want like one to be like two of these. I like it to be flat like my neighbor's fence, but I can't see it, but it's flat across. And stain it, make it look real nice. My other goal is to fix my front and back lawn because it really is just crabgrass with a mixture of, I think, fescue and Bermuda. I'm guessing on that. I know Bermuda and crabgrass for sure, but I'm sure there's some fescue somewhere in this. And look at that. That is all crabgrass. So I'm basically just cutting weeds in my backyard and a lot in my front yard. So I'd like to get my lawn taken care of this fall. So I did want to show you my lawn, my front yard real quick. And this is with just basically cutting and redoing that flower bed there. We're going to put something in that back corner, right about there, something. My wife wants like a flag for baseball teams. I'm a Red Sox fan, she's a Cardinals fan. So like a flag or something there, but this is my front yard. I'm going to, like I said, the tree there, I'm going to circle off the base around the tree, mulch it. Same thing with the new tree over there. Hopefully the new tree takes. I really want it to, really bad. But as you can see, my front yard is mostly, I have Bermuda here. This is Bermuda. I really like Bermuda, but then it's just crabgrass. That's it for today's vlog. I don't know how long this is, and I'm sure it was just boring, and I didn't really get as much done as I wanted to today. I mean, I got the tree planted. I finished the garden, or the flower bed there a little bit. I wanted to do a little more in the backyard. I want to treat for mosquitoes. It's the big thing. There's a lot of mosquitoes in the backyard, and with my kids out there wanting to play and the dogs. But you're supposed to do that when it's really hot, so they're dormant, so they don't eat you alive while you're trying to kill them. And they're not flying around, so they're in their nests usually. So I wanted to do that, but I didn't get a chance to today. But I think I got a really good head start, and hopefully this is, something I can work on in the spare time and just keep my lawn really nice and just looking sharp, and so that way I can be proud of it, my wife can be proud of it, and my neighbors, they can see it and just say, be proud they have a neighbor that takes care of their lawn. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope it wasn't too boring. But anyway, back to regularly scheduled program in a couple days. See you then.